Welcome everyone to the 105.5 The Chess. We are greeted today with some special guests. Our competitors in our highlighted match in week 2, Mr. Gary Frazier, Buzzsaw, and Mr. Tremmel, who has the putrid Joe Mixon. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you, Chiefs, for having us on today.
So we're just going to jump. Wait, Gary. So we're just going to jump right into this. Alex, the main question that I have for you is how you riding the Joe Mixon train? I mean, is there an end here? Is there an end game? Are you tanking for Trevor Lawrence next year? I mean, what are we looking at right now?
Well, I mean, I'm not the kind of guy that'll bring up his team may have scored the highest this week. I won't do that, but Joe Mixon may or may not have been a part of that team. But, we'll see. I'm faithful to my players. We'll see how it goes.
Interesting. So,
I mean, my kicker scored more than Joe Mixon this week.
Okay, that's fair.
My kicker, Alex.
Let the record show my kicker scored more than Joe Mixon too.
I taken some offer last week, but that ship has sailed.
Oh man. Well, Gary, I'll go to you now. I mean, you're the only team that's 3-0 now. So how is this year different from any other spoon-feeding year that you've had?
Okay, wage, first of all. But second of all, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I will say, I think that I definitely dodged the injury bullet this week. I think, obviously, like I had Adams and Mozart out, but I didn't lose, you lost 30 points in offense with Christian McCaffrey against the Chargers because that defense was putrid.
That's because I don't get fed, Gary.
So, not really. But, I think I made some good, there were some key moves that I made this week that helped me be successful. Alex got spoon-fed with picking Lazard up probably for free off the –
Wow.
Yeah, because I thought MVS would be the one that would eat, and it ended up being Lazard. The Lazard King ate. My God.
That was a spoon thing because I actually started MVS in another league, and he got me like nothing. Then Lazard.
Yeah.
So you
MVS got a whopping 0.5 points.
Yeah, you get fed then. Sickening.
Oh yeah, I admit my feeding, but y'all like Mahomes dropping 40 though.
Oh my God.
That's ridiculous.
Dropping a 40 piece.
Yeah. Talking about trading him one week, and the next thing you know, he drops 40 points, 5 touchdowns.
I mean, I get offered to boo-boo for him, so I was looking to upgrade at running back or receiver, but nothing came my way other than.
I'm here like, what's up? I'll talk shop. What's up?
Oh, you're not getting them now. Not after you just dropped a 40 spot against one of the best defenses in the league.
I'm sorry. As the person who has the MVP on his team. Well, and this is going to be the next question, and this is kind of a dual question for both of you. Thoughts of the new member Zach Calder in the fantasy group? Obviously we've referenced him as the finesse
he's
lock,
not good.
where he basically is getting finessed by every single person in the league at this point. And then also just on top of the Calder, just differences that you're seeing this year versus the past years in this league.
I guess I'll start first. Well, I like having Calder in the league because he stirs things up. He stirs the pot, so which is nice. Having members in the league that either finesse or get finesse. It's fun whenever you have people that are active. So I like to stop the pot stirring, if you will.
Interesting. Gary?
I enjoy having Calder in the league. I think Alex is right. I think he gets people moving things around, even though he makes terrible trades. Terrible trades.
Man gets finesse.
Like Alex, you ought to try to get Joe Mixon to that man's hands. He'd probably take him. He'd probably trade you Joe Mixon for Joe Burrow, just straight up.
Why would he trade a mound of dirt with a pile of trash?
Because his name is Zach Calder, and he just makes trades.
Yeah,
but
Burrow,
the one thing that I noticed, I don't know that this is necessarily Calder, but I just feel like this year everyone is actually trying, so the league is more enjoyable. In previous years we've always had somebody cough who auto drafted and then just kind of sat out the league. So.
And I will point out on top of that point, and this was actually getting brought up in the daily roundup today. We had everyone today this past week was over 100 points, which I think that's a first for our fantasy. Even Evan and Clay, which, that's a miracle in itself, in my opinion. When Evan and Clay are putting up over 100 points, you know it's a good league. I mean, let's just be honest here. Calder, I mean, but you know, I definitely think the league's taking the right
points.
You mean Goat Skowski?
No, I didn't even see
24 points. Tucker was responsible for 26 points in the game.
The Titans scored like, I think, one touchdown. He had 5 or 6 field goals, and 2 or 3 of them were like 50-plus yarders.
He had 2 55-yard field goals in that game.
Yeah.
And then, like, Grayson, who's your kicker? He had like 11.
Elliott, the Eagles guy.
Yeah, Matt Prater had 10.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like a kicker week, man.
It's crazy.
And then defenses, too. Andrew gets spoon-fed.
Let me ask you this then, and this is an interesting point, and we kind of, off subject, but how do we feel about the kickers and the defenses in the league? Think it's anti? What are the thoughts there?
I would be in favor of eliminating one or both of them eventually and adding 1 or 2 roster spots like flexes so you can start more running backs or receivers, especially since we have only 10 teams, not 12 teams. So that way, because some people have some really good players on their bench, and that kind of sucks watching them go off. I think Zach had like 4 guys go for 20, and he was upset.
Well, that's because Zach won't trade with anybody, and he's not good. But that's beside the point.
Zach has his best receiver sitting on the bench. Like, why is Tyler Lockett on his bench? I
try my best to trade with him, but the man's like, I can't, man. They're playing too well on my bench. I'm starting them this week. You ain't.
But, I mean, I think that's cool. I would like to see maybe another flex added, and then I wouldn't mind. I don't mind defenses. I don't like taking on a whole defense. Like, I would rather see like individual defensive players if we're going to do defenses. But I just think you get, because then you have to take a gamble on, then you're actually taking a gamble on a player, right? You're not just assuming, because all that defenses are, I mean, realistically with defenses, if we all really did defenses the way we should, we would just drop and then put in $5 on whoever's playing the Jets, and the defense is going to get 30 points,
That's how Daddy streamed defenses 2 years ago.
You can try to get one. I've got 2. I'm not ever going to have to move my defenses around because I've got 2 that are always going to do fine. They're always going to put up a few points. I've got New England and San Francisco. So they're always going to do fine. But it's more fun when the defense stuff moves around, and then if I just feel like you get more involved in the games. But I'm with Alex. I'd just as much rather see them go and have more offensive players because the offensive stuff is what's more fun.
Interesting.
Yes. So you would be in favor. You kicked 100% got rid of kickers and then added an extra flex spot?
Yeah, I'd be fine with it.
Interesting. Well, there's a lot of good.
I wouldn't want it to be like an offensive flex where it could be a quarterback because I don't want to see anybody with 3 quarterbacks. That's not cool.
Yeah,
that'd be awful. Could you imagine if somebody somehow managed to finesse Mahomes? If somebody had Mahomes, Wilson, and Burrow, they'd drop 70 points on quarterbacks a week.
Points would definitely skyrocket up. You'd start seeing some 200-point games.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want 3 quarterbacks. That'd be weird. But another like a normal flex, where it can be a running back or a receiver or a tight end.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Because our league already requires 2 starting running backs, so it wouldn't make sense to add another starting running back spot. So you need you want running back heavy or receiver heavy in the draft one, or if you just want to finesse someone for one, whatever.
Well, yeah, and I know the higher ups in this league, the executives do take a look at these videos, so I know it'll be presented to light. And it's a good point because it's been a lot of back and forth on the defenses and the kickers as well. All right.
Well, because when you look at defenses, the thing with defenses is Andrew's game would have been close this week if the Colts wouldn't have had 25 points of defense.
Was it just 25?
Come on, 25 points for a defense? Joe Mixon hadn't scored that the whole season.
He got a 20 because Calder's Buffalo defense had 0, so he netted 25 points off the rip. He actually would have lost.
Yeah, see, that's ridiculous in my opinion. That shouldn't be the case.
I think it's funny. Part of me thinks it's hilarious, but
Andrew, I think we should say congratulations on the baby girl.
Yes, that is going to be part of the podcast today. But yeah, personal congratulations are certainly welcomed.
Amount of sleep today.
Hey, he took enough time out of his day to go and drop somebody on waivers, so he must be doing all right. He went and dropped Traquan Smith. So
fight today, amount of sleep.
record of NFL team.
Facts.
Don't know what that's about.
Tampa's 2-1, so is in New England. So we're tied at the moment on our.
Oh yeah, I'm fully aware. Everyone I've talked to says it's a good bet too, so I'm confident.
You smoking Krenak? Bill's gonna fall off soon.
Alex, I'm betting on a football team, not a retirement home down in
What
Tampa.
was the bet? The two you made?
That the Patriots would have a better record than the Buccaneers. Or, excuse me, the Succaneers.
Oh, the Patriots will absolutely have a better record than the Buccaneers just because they get to play the Dolphins. Like they don't have to play. They're not playing in the hardest division in football, or the hard. Yeah, that Buccaneers thing is rough.
Hardest division?
Buccaneers, thankfully they play the Falcons, so they can be up 25-0 and they'll still win the game. So
got them right where they want them. Got them right where we want them.
How does Dan Quinn still have a job?
He won't.
How has that man not been fired? I don't understand.
He's going to get fired.
Hey, I saw an interesting question. Yesterday. I'd like to hear y'all's pick on this. All right. So imagine yourself. Would you rather be a Falcons fan or a Jets fan? So imagine if you're a Falcons fan and the game is right there, and then somehow you lose it every time, or a Jets fan where you just, like there was a point in the game on Sunday with the Jets where they were 2nd and 35 and ran the ball. Yes. Like, they're not even trying to win the game. You know what I mean? Like, would you rather be a Falcons fan or a Jets fan?
I mean, I can't morally denigrate myself enough to become a Jets fan. Like, that's just
not even a hypothetical.
Cross New York out of a list. So, I mean, I guess by default I'm Falcons, but, that would suck.
Yeah, that's a big L either way, brother. That's a big L. But no, I definitely appreciate you guys' time, and time sensitive. We're going to keep this to around 15 minutes. Last thing, and we'll add this on with closing statements, and you can include it in your closing statements. Highlighted match. We're looking at Skeet. Highlighted match. Undetermined, actually. We haven't looked. There's a lot of close games, so we'll just go with closing statements. Anything you really want to get off your chest, Alex? We'll let you go first.
Well, like I said earlier, I'm not the kind of guy that would mention my team scored the highest this week. So, but I'm glad that you gave me the opportunity to maybe say that, but I didn't say that. And also, use of Clay's major. I think that needs to be said.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's pretty much it.
That's good. That's good stuff there. Gary, we'll turn it to you.
I'll let my record speak for itself.
Wow. He said he let his record speak for itself. Dang.
3.
Y'all know, 2 of the 3 people in this chat room is probably not going to make playoffs, and it's not me. So
if it's not me, I'm going to easily make playoffs.
Oh, I'm on a different side than either one of y'all, right?
You're on my side.
Oh, I'm on your side. Well, I hate that for you, right?
Yeah. Well, appreciate you guys' time. Congratulations on the highlighted match of last week. And we'll definitely be looking at further interviews. But until then, I'm Cheese Goforth on 105.5 The Chiz. Appreciate the time, guys.
All right. See you later. Thank you.
Yep.